players to centre court. The semi-final between Switzerland and Germany. Representing Switzerland, we've got Gabriel Kissling. And his number 2, Michael Zandbergen. And for Germany, Marcus Jonas Kappa. And his teammate, Milan Sievers.
Well, Mark, we saw these two play yesterday, a very intense game, respectively for each of their quarterfinals. This one's going to be a powerful matchup. You see, there's not much height difference between the two players, between the two teams, rather. And right now, we're going to be beginning set number 1.
And my apologies, it's Zandbergen in number 1, with Gabriel Kissling to serve.
Oh, outside, no touch going to be called on Kissling. Oh, there is a touch. Touch called by the first referee. Like that.
Just getting his glasses ready, getting some sand off them, is Zandbergen.
Straight into the net, this time for Karpa. Not what he was looking for, but exactly what the Swiss needed. Point for good try over there off the hands of Sievers, but not enough to go away with the point. So far, the Swiss looking like they are setting the pace for this set. On that board, and that's when they're going to call their time out.
At the moment, but I'm sure that will change at 5-1 in the first set here.
Well, we saw them in the qualifiers. They won both of their games, and then yesterday, well, haven't lost yet in this tournament, basically.
After winning their second round, straight into the quarterfinals. And they got through here last night by Karpa and Sievers beating the Australians. And the other guys, Kissling and Zandbergen, having that great battle against their traditional rivals, Friedel and Trummer.
Well, hopefully they can use that experience from the past tournament, from these Kissling and Zandbergen, part of the main draw, and haven't lost a game yet in this tournament. So let's see how they will fare.
So
still anybody's game, Mark. Anybody's game.
Sure, first set in this long semi-final. They know what it's like. They know what it's like to be down. They know what it's like to be up. They know how to counteract it and get up there. And that's not the way to start it with a first service error.
Yeah, but Germany, that's what they wanted. That's why they called that timeout, trying to shift that momentum. Let's see if they can connect right here. Going to the line is going to be Sievers.
And that's the wonder that Zandbergen, probably the biggest man.
Oh, wow.
Nice touch by Sievers there.
Yeah, that's his first win at the joust with Zandbergen.
So already back to 5-3.
Oh, wow. Powerful block from
And just giving a bit of form on last week too, Cassie. Gabriel Kissing and Michael Zandbergen finished 21st, so they didn't even get on the centre court last week, whereas Carper and Sievers finished 5th.
Oh, and they are coming alive. That timeout really worked for them. That was the game changer. But right here, the Swiss get back the service advantage. Outside. And the service advantage will go back to Germany.
With Carper to serve, 6-5. Oh, through the block goes Sievers.
But you know, Mark, it's just really cool to see Zandbergen and Sievers go head-to-head here at the net. Just a couple inches Sievers has over Zandbergen, about 2 inches. He stands at 7 foot and Zandbergen at 6'8".
And they're both mountains, that's for sure.
Yeah, towering figures there on the court, but great timing for Sievers there. Just couldn't get the position of his arms in the right spot. Point for the Swiss. Just like that, the lead is down to 2 points. Germany doing an excellent job at coming back from a 4-point deficit earlier on in the set.
They've been stronger since that time out, scoring 5 points to 3.
Oh, and it's going to be Carpa.
Down Carper. Pull it back to 7-8, so they're almost level pegging, like you said, after being down 5-1.
That's one of the longer rallies so far here in the first set.
Which is surprising, seeing the height and the power we've got on both sides of the net.
Stepping on the line there.
Look, the line there, so there's a... For the Germans, their first error.
Gets a nice touch off the block for Sievers, bouncing back after that unfortunate error at the service line.
How many times do you see that in this tournament? One error and they bounce back. Oh, great battle at the net. This is going to be a classic contest for the next 12.
Yeah, that's what you call the umbrella block. It's very hard to penetrate.
And the reach they've got as well.
Absolutely, Mark.
Oh, what a drive there. Cross-court spike from Carper.
The thing was, Mark, Kissling was there, just didn't extend that arm far enough to get a nice piece of it.
Yep. Stuck in the quicksand again, unable to move. Again, another subtle touch, this time by Sievers.
Yeah, that was a smart move. It looked like Zandbergen was going to get there first, but that quick, soft touch over to the opposite side gets the kill for Germany. And we are neck and neck, Mark. 10-all.
Ooh.
for the first time here in this set, Germany is in the lead.
Well, ever since that 5-1 start, that means they've scored 10 points to 5 since that mediocre start. So they've got the real momentum now to push on with this. They've got that confidence, and you can see with some of the scoring shots they're doing, they don't mind mixing it up a bit either.
Yeah, you can really see Karpa is doing his thing. It was a great call on that timeout, seeing that they were down by 4 points. That's relatively a large lead in the beginning of a set.
Oh, it's a massive lead. And, as we said, in that when they took that early timeout, but then they're very good to think about it, and they got the momentum back from there on in, whereas the Swiss would have been thinking, oh, we can go on with this, and it's just that little bit, 1 point, 2 points, and it all changes.
That's right. Right now we're going to get back to the game. This is set number 1 for those of you just now arriving, 11-10. Germany in the yellow, up by 1 point. Outside, not how you want to start it off. That gives over a free point to the Swiss.
1 each in the service court so far. Oh, just return the favour.
Yep. Oh. Yeah, Kissling not able to read a lot of those deep cross-court shots. And he's going to call a timeout. For those of you a little bit confused, in beach volleyball you have 1 technical timeout for that halftime. Yep, halfway through the set, when the score is added up and it reaches 21, that's a technical timeout for all of our players, but they do have 1 timeout apiece. And right now Germany's going to, actually the Swiss is going to take theirs. Germany took theirs earlier, and there's none left, Mark.
Yeah, so that's going to be a bit of a... well, I'll just have to deal with it on court.
Deal with the adjustments as they come.
I haven't got really much time to have a chat about it like they can now, how they're going to change their different strategy and everything. It's all going to be on little subtle hand signals and looks, maybe eye contact of where they're going to put it.
The good thing about this is maybe the difference of language, so they can...
Both same, all speak German, so there's no secrets on court at the moment. They're right beside each other, basically, and very traditional sporting rivals in all forms of sport.
Yeah, that was a great comeback from the Swiss, with Zandbergen now to serve. Inside, down the line for Karpa. Yeah, that was some great elevation he got there, finding that open spot beside the left arm of Zandbergen. Wow.
Puts it in the back, does. Very good there for Zandbergen.
Yeah,
the man
definitely.
now at over 2 metres tall.
Definitely, Mark.
Another nice touch from Karpa.
Yeah, back and forth lobs we're seeing from both of the teams. Always important to mix it up. We've seen it throughout the tournament, and definitely coming into play here for this match.
15-13 in the first set. Germany's way. Karpa and Stevens.
outside.
Yeah, lovely shot there again down the line.
Yeah, just a little bit, Mark. It would have been an outside hit right there. Great control from the Swiss. Net touch violation called on Karpa. Point immediately will go to Zandbergen and Kissling.
Oh, what a complete miss there by Zandbergen.
All you can do is just shake your head, hopefully get the next point.
Was that sweat in the eyes or wet hands or?
Just slipped right through his fingertips. That was another outside knuckle shot, and Switzerland is looking to gain back that momentum. So far, it's with the Germans, and Sievers now serving.
Another good one from Kissling. They're fighting to the match.
They're unable to kill that ball, Mark.
They are. 18-15. They're trying. As you said, if, but if is probably the biggest word in the English language. Only 2 letters, but it means so much. Oh. They're just starting to show some cracks at the moment, the Swiss.
Yeah, it seems as though they're thinking about their errors from the past, unable to move forward and get some more points for themselves.
Their head's starting to drop, the feet are getting heavy, where the Germans are doing exactly the opposite. That's better for them from the Swiss. Up to 16, but Germany now on the switch. Up to 19 points. 2 points away from the first set victory.
Yeah, much better on the part of Gabriel Kissling there. Finding that open hole in the corner pocket of zone 4.
Another service error for the Swiss. Handing the points at the most critical time of the set. Giving them a set point. That's better, with good recovery.
Probably wondering why Germany gave over a free ball. That is because it hit the hands of Sievers first, so that already counts as 1 touch.
That's it. Set point.
Great set for Germany. They had a rough start, Mark.
4 points down, and they come back and win by 4 points.
Yeah, incredible for Germany. 21-17 for the final score here in the first set. What happened? Switzerland just struggled to come back there after consecutive errors late into the set.
Yeah, just I think it was the thought process of Germany that came out and started putting the points together early, and then got that little lead to start with. And now it's, the first set in this heat, very, very critical.
Yeah, it seems as though Switzerland was definitely helping out Germany at some point, giving over at least 4 points consecutively. They had missed hits with the deep cross courts and the lobs to the back.
Yeah, there's a lot of unforced errors that on.
How many at the serve, Mark?
Serve to Switzerland was 4 compared to just 1 from Germany.
So we can see the consistency from Karpa and Sievers at the service line.
There's indications of 3 of them were in the first half of that first set.
First half in the first set, they had the service errors. So that is when Germany was able to bounce back. Momentum. Yes, definitely. That was the shift. That was the shift we saw.
10 points to 5 as well. That's another, basically 7 clear winners. That's another telling point, and that's where your head comes down. You go, man, these guys are putting it where they want to. And yet you'd think with the height, well, they both cancel each other out in height advantage because you've got two guys, two-man mountain there that are over 2 metres tall that should be able to reach around the track and cover that ground quite a lot easier than you and me.
Yeah, absolutely, Mark. And it's very interesting to see here that Switzerland, a main draw team, going up against Germany, who only made the qualifiers. They had to battle it out since day one to get to this moment.
And all that's to do with points scored in previous tournaments.
Great start for Switzerland, getting that hit off the block of Sievers.
Well, they've got to make sure they continue that great start and hold on to it.
Yeah, they did have the same exact scenario in set number 1. Let's see if they can get it here in the second. Germany gets their first point after that soft touch. Don't need that much power to get a point here.
Here they go again. Putting Switzerland under pressure. Oh, what a great block by Sievers as well.
Sievers definitely bouncing back. He is not going to give another point away from the defense at the net. Oh, looking for a tip. Check off the shirt of Kisley. Gonna go talk to the first ref about it, but point will go to Switzerland. Lucky break for them. That's gonna send Zandbergen to the service line.
Gotta be careful because if there's too much dissent, the yellow card will be shown. Oh.
Bumping into each other, Zandbergen and Kissling unable to send it back over.
That's going to play into their heads because they're starting to make little mistakes, amateurish mistakes that shouldn't be done. Both being out of court or playing for a ball.
Wow. Great anticipation over there from the hands of Zandbergen.
4-3 to Germany on the first switch of this first set. Of the second semi-final for the men at the Manila Open 2018.
Through the block for Gabriel Kissling.
That's what they need, some more aggression like that.
Yeah, that was an incredible read by him as well on the defense. Down the line, perfect pickup. Got him set up for the kill.
Pulled it back to 4.
Yep, Zandbergen couldn't get a nice hold on that ball.
Now, taking back another point.
Yep, getting some instructions now from his partner. Let's see if that little chat works out.
Oh, that did look nearly went under the net.
Yeah, but that was exactly what Switzerland wanted. Free point for them with Zandbergen now to serve. Whoa!
That's a better recovery for the mistake there.
Yeah, no blocking, no blocker around, and Sievers definitely took advantage on that 1-2 play.
Oh, 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 serves and they've put it either in the net or out the back.
Yeah, that's back-to-back for Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could see that Kissling was a little bit far from the ball. You could have gotten a bit closer to get more control underneath that dig. But we can see the players definitely looking a bit tired here in the second set. Let's see who's gonna pull through.
Nice try from Switzerland, but just a bit long.
And
they've had a few good rallies too, which is on a taking out because it's getting hotter here at this centre court at the Manila Open.
yeah, like what you said earlier, Mark, it's not just the heat that's gonna affect them, but the longer rallies. The longer they are, the more energy that they're gonna be spending. And to think a 14-touch rally for 1 point.
Well, if it's, like I said before, it's a 35, 36 degrees air temperature, and that's in the shade. It's going to be up around 50, over 50 degrees with the heat coming off that sand beating you down.
And not only are you just standing there, you're playing a game, a very intense matchup. So players are going to have to really condition themselves mentally and physically throughout this match to pace themselves, to get ready just in case there's going to be a third set. But Germany not going to want that. They are up by 2 points. Let's see if they can keep this lead.
Yeah, after this first time out. 14 points for the second switch of the game. Already an early time out to get some of that electrolytes and fluids and Gatorade back in the body.
Yeah, well, we saw an early timeout as well in set number 1 from Germany. First 5 points of the game, they called a timeout. Let's see if that one works for Switzerland this time.
That's a good start.
Yep, off-speed attack. That was a good shot from Kissling. Way to gain back that point. Hopefully this will be a game changer for them. Powers through. Severs, the 20-year-old, playing like a veteran right now. You see, that was a very smart play from Karpa, seeing as though Zambergen had to jump 2 times at that block, thinking that Stevens was going to go for a 1-2 play, even more energy expelled. Oh, through the block, powering through that. Kissling flying in. That was a pretty broad jump for him. Yeah, definitely the seasoned player. 25-year-old has played with several other players.
Oh, yes. There is a bit of argument there, but
well, first referee is going to be coming down from the stand. He's going to check it out, see indeed if it was an outside ball. So the call so far is going to go to Switzerland, but let's see if that's going to change. Also, with situations like this, Mark, you can't go back to your position. You can't go back to the shade.
No, you can't leave the court, so you're just baking in the sun.
But Germany definitely wanting this point.
And the psychological advantage that may come with it as well if they do reverse the decision.
We saw the shift yesterday. Whether the call was for them or against them, there is a psychological shift.
That's the vacancies with a sand court.
Oh, wow.
They've turned it around. Like I said, what's that going to do to the psychological feeling of the Swiss team at the moment?
Good on Karpa to contest that with the first referee.
Gone to a 3-point deficit from being 10-9 now to 11-8.
Oh.
And then you just have a service ball.
Yeah, but all that.
Make that the third one for the set for the Germans. Smacked it down.
Yeah, but that is a huge and obvious net touch violation.
Yep. So let's pull it back in 2 serves, back to 1 point. So now there is the mid-set technical timeout. So that'll be interesting to see what it does to the psyche of both teams.
You know, though, Mark, a really great job to Switzerland to be able to stick it in there, even though they didn't get that call with that outside ball. They got the next 2 points and still got pretty close. They haven't tied the game up yet, but it looks like the momentum is shifting over to their side. Consecutive errors we've been seeing from Germany.
And how many times we've said in this tournament that if you get something against you, you've got to just put it out of your head and come back and do a good point, and that's what we're doing.
Exactly. How many service errors do we have right now for Germany so far in the set?
3, like I said a minute ago, and none for the Swiss.
So right now we're seeing more consistency at the line for the Swiss.
Yep.
Definitely a good strategy for them. Keeping it in. Doesn't have to be an ace. Doesn't have to have that much power. Just get it in the opponent's court. Right now we're going to get back to the match. Set number 2. Germany up by 1 with the Switzerland team to serve. Oh,
that's
just like that. Game is tied up, Mark.
Back to evens.
You got to have a strong mental game to be able to come out of a timeout and tie a game up like that.
So, having a bit of a breather is Kissling. And immediately first service error of the second set for them to take it to 5.
I was just talking about the mental toughness to get it in. But
or maybe he was thinking too much about it. Oh, wow. That's a big... There's a couple of big points coming here in the middle of this second set. 13-11 in favour of the Germans.
Yeah, that was a really big one, Mark. No coverage from Switzerland. Man, these guys are just throwing these long rallies away.
Is that the concentration starting to set from them, the energy because of the heat that is starting to creep in on both sides? As you're looking at Stanberg and hands on hips, heads down, he's really feeling the heat in that big body of his.
Yeah, you know, talking about the difficult job of the blockers, Mark, they have got to be feeling the heat even more, not taking anything away from the defender, but just jumping so much here in the game.
But saying that, Karpa, the shortest man of the German duo, has been doing a fair bit of jumping too and setting his stuff up and firing them over the net. He's put a few good spikes down the line. Nice try.
2-point lead still for Germany before another court switch here. Guys in yellow looking to end this match in 2 sets. Let's see if they can deliver.
I'll tell you what, Sandberg is walking around as if he's got concrete shoes on. That feet are very heavy at the moment.
Yeah, obviously the worst time to be playing on center court.
Yep. Puts it away.
Yeah, Mark, that was a great set. Great set from Karpa. But still, kudos again to Sievers. That's a very difficult hit to get from behind.
(17-13). And I'm also thinking too, because of where we've been in the last couple of weeks at Langkawi in northern Malaysia, and the amount of time they spend on court, the Germans, in long matches. Oh, good point from the Swiss compared to the early exit of the Swiss last week. They might be more conditioned to the heat as well, and been playing here all week in this what's been pretty draining conditions.
What's pretty interesting, Mark, is they have the same record, but in different places. In Langkawi, the Swiss ranked 21st, but in Oman, they ranked 5th.
Yep, and that was a while ago, though. Or maybe they're just being outplayed.
Yeah, it's not that the Swiss are giving so many points away, obviously, from your stat sheet there, Mark. It's just that the Germans are outplaying them at the moment.
And blocking so well at the net as well.
Yeah, perfect timing. With that block, that's Sievers anticipating a cut shot, a lob, a soft attack, not a power hit coming from Kissling.
Oh. They're fourth of the set.
But notice, Mark, even with those 4 errors, they still have a sizable lead.
Yeah. Well, they'll be even because
Oh! Sievers puts it away.
the match point coming up. These very, very hot skies here at the moment.
Yeah, that's something you cannot give over to Germany. They're going to power it down every single time.
The heavy feet of Zandbergen tells it all.
They are still alive in this match.
They showed 1 match point.
Yup, let's see if they can keep it going. That's going to be a tall order for them, but they seem up to it. And this is for a spot in the finals, Mark.
Against the Russians, and I'll speak about rivalry a bit. I don't think there's any greater rivalry in the world than between the Russians and the Germans. And
congratulations to Germany for moving on. They will be facing off with Russia in the finals later on tonight. What a game, incredible matchup between these two teams. Again, let's all give them a big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I think you'll be going and throwing yourself in a pool or a very cold shower. And then we have the battle for the third place playoff at 6 o'clock tonight between the Swiss and the Spanish.
Well, the next match we're going to be looking at right now is from the women's court. It's going to be Spain. Battle for third is going to be Japan going head-to-head against Paraguay.
And that's due to start
at 3 p.m.
So we've got about an hour and 10 minutes before action resumes here at the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour, Manila Open 2018. And thanks to our major sponsors, Beach Volleyball Republic, E+ Global, and also Sands SM by the Bay, and Dataland Residential, the olive place in the heart of the city, Also, our associate sponsors, led by Trip, by Wyndham Hotel 101, Globe, Gatorade. And we'll be back very soon with the playoff for third place in the Women's Championship here at Manila Open 2018.